Okay. So today we'll be learning about web caching. What is called web caching? Uh, this is actually a difference that you notice between HTML file and ASP.NET Web Form. First, we'll understand this part. Difference between HTML file and ASP.NET Web Form. An HTML file, whenever you created server, HTML file, what server will do? Without performing any operation on that file, it will return that file as it is to browser. It will return that file what? As it is to a browser. Okay, that is first part. If you have a web form at the server, if a web form is created or web application is created at server will do some process on that code and returns dynamic output to client or dynamic output to browser. That is what your web form and what you call HTML file makes a difference. Okay. Now, second part is when you want to work with caching, what you have to do, you can simply say storing something in memory temporarily. Storing something in memory for what? Temporary. And in that caching part, we have 4 types of caching to discuss. Output caching, fragment caching, substitution caching, data caching. So before I go further on this topic, let us first straight away understand the example, through example, so that you will get to know what exactly catching is all about. Through example, straight away will come through example. Okay, say for example, uh, assume. For example, what I was saying is, let's take this example. When you watch a cricket match, okay, when you watch a cricket match online, I'm not talking about live telecast. I'm talking about just checking out your scoreboard. Checking out what? Scoreboard. Okay, when playing is when the playing is going on the play is on. At that time, when I watch online score, this is what we notice actually. Then you'll get to know about catching. Okay. Say for example, 5 players were out. 5 players are out. So that will show everything. What was their score, in how many balls they scored, and how many fours, how many six they hit. That all information will be available. And even it shows how many players are still to bat, and it shows how many players are currently playing, that information. And you'll find somewhere on the top corner score card will be the score, current score. Okay, current score. And bottom you'll have bowlers information, whatever the number of bowlers bowling. In that, say for example, 5 bowlers they opt to bowl. In that 5, only one will be bowling currently. 4 others are there, waiting for the sequence, waiting for their chance. Now, interesting thing is, interesting thing is whenever I refresh my browser, whenever I refresh my browser, so that will go to that server, that online scorecard, whichever the company is providing. We have many, na? Crickbuzz.com is there, crickinfo.com is there. Many websites are there. ESPN.com is there. Many websites are there which will show you scorecard. So now what is my point is, if I'm watching a live score card online, so what exactly happens when you refresh your browser? So that will go to that server, that company server. After going there, what do you notice is it will return output of only current playing players information, like how many balls they have you faced, what is their score, how many fours, how many six they have. They have hit, and about bowler, how many balls are remaining, how many balls he has bowled, how many runs he has given in that over, and whatever other information already out information is there, no? Already out information where those players were already out. They have already information about number of balls faced, and even you have number of balls faced plus what score, number of fours, number of six, everything. And what do you notice there? All that information, whichever you find, all that information, whichever you find, that information will be static. It means that information which is not changing, server will keep that in buffer, caching, memory, temporary memory, because server need not process those instructions or those players information which is not currently running. They are out. So server has nothing to do with those out in players information, because neither their number of balls faced will change, nor their score will change, nor number of fours will change, nor number of sixes will change. Nothing will change. So such information, what server will do, it will keep in what? Temporary memory. For what? So that server can return part information and keeping other information static. So finally, what server will return now? It will return only these things now. Score it will return because it will keep on changing. Batsman, current playing batsman information it will show. Current playing batsman information it will show. Bowler who is bowling, that fellow's information it will show. And what else? That's it. Because and remaining the other four bowlers who are waiting for their turn, their information is static. Now interesting thing is this will provide little less burden to server. The server need not process those things what frequently, again and again. What is needed it will process, only that piece of information it will send, it will return to browser. What is static, it will keep that in what? Memory, temporary memory. Hope you might have understood this example so that you could understand my practical demonstration easily. Anand, is it clear? Romana, is it clear for you? Anand, is it clear, Anand? Can you hear me, Anand? Just wait a second, wait a second. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, okay. So now, going further on this part, now first, as I said, how many types of catching I said? First, output catching, as the name itself says, we are going to catch the output. We are going to catch the output. It means what is needed that you send, what is not needed, we will just make those things available in the what buffer or temporary memory. How much time you want to catch? That obviously catching means temporary. Temporary when I'm saying obviously particular time it will be. It's not like permanently we are making available. No. Okay, let's see then. First we'll talk on what? Output catching. Output catching. Chalo, right. Let's see this application directly. So go to Visual Studio. File. New. Website. File new website. Then website 30. Okay. Website. Click on. Okay. Now, after that, what I do is add one web form to the project. We'll see the scenario in different ways. And after that, we'll see how to work on it. Okay. Website, add new item, web form, add. Okay. Now what do you want? First, I'll keep a label. Okay. ASP colon label, run at server, ID, LBL, current time. Done. This is label. Okay. Now what to do is, now I create just here time equal to, here I need to display time. What is that you want to have? Output catching. So for that, one approach I'm showing you, you can add one directive. Output catch. Then you require to say duration equal to 10 seconds. Duration equal to 10 seconds. One compulsory parameter. And then second parameter is vary by param equal to none. Yes. You can put various controls there, but as of now, I just kept the value as what? Vary by param as what? None. Vary by param equals to none. Okay. Now, now let's run the code and see what happens. Debug, start without debug. We'll execute the code. So I should write time code now. That only we are not writing. F7. Code behind file. Here. LBL current time dot text equal to date time dot now dot too long time string. Yes. Too long time string. Now I'll run the code. Code. Debug. Start without debug. Now let's see. First you'll have time 6:38:31. Now I refresh. Same time you can see. Same time. Same time. Same time. Yes, 51. It was at 41 second. Now it is 51. Means 51 information is cached, and after that 10 seconds, you can find that server will change. Server will send that modified information. Refresh 13. Then after 10 seconds, it will change the information. (23). You just simply do one thing. I'll cancel that line. Now you see the difference. That output cache directive is that line I'll just remove. Yes, I removed it. Now run the code. See the difference. Here. Refresh now. Every second it will return us. Every second. Straight away that every second information is coming from server. Nothing is from buffer now. Nothing is coming from the buffer. Okay, do one thing. Just uncomment this line, please. Yeah, Control K. Okay. Now run the code. Just to that line you add over. It is going to catch that. How many seconds? 10 seconds. Yes. Again at 29, it will get the information from server. 29th second. Yes, we got it from server. Till 10 seconds, where from that information will be coming? From where that information will be coming? From buffer. And after 10 seconds, where the information will be coming? From server. That makes a difference. Okay? Now what I do, I'll keep one text box here. I'll keep another text box. You can text in this way also. Okay, copy this. I'll rerun the code. Just wait. I'll rerun the code. Okay. Now I'll open another window. New window. Explore Internet Explorer, I mean. (28). Go to another, this one. 6:41:14 now. Now if I refresh, 28. Information is caught at 28. Refresh again. 44. Go to another browser, refresh, 44. Means whatever the information that is cached by server, the same information is provided by server in the other browser. I mean to say in other. Till how much time? Till 10 seconds. Okay, now let's go with another part. Okay, now in the same application, let me write break line. Here I give enter data. Then ASP : text box, run at server, ID equal to txt demo, close. And here also I'll write break line. Then I'll write ASP : button, run at server, ID equal to btn submit, text equal to submit. That's it. Let's go to design window. Yes, this is the story, right? Okay, now do one thing. Now you'll get to know what is catching. Run the code. Copy this URL. Keep other browser also ready. Copy this URL. Okay. Now 16th second. Now I just refresh once. Give the name. I'll give the name Sharif. Submit. 30 seconds got cached. Open new window, please. Copy the URL. Submit. Try again. Here I'll say. Submit. Yes. Come back to the other browser. Submit. Here I write Hyderabad. Submit. Now go back to the other browser. Submit. Yes. See? I didn't write in other browser. I didn't write. Okay. We'll do one thing. We'll keep one below the other. Little gap will have. Okay. Like this I'll keep. This will give you a clear picture. Okay, I just try to put them one beside the other to show you the difference. Here, enter data, Ahmed, submit. 644.38. Come back. I didn't do anything here. I'm just submitting. So this information is coming from buffer, from the temporary memory. It is not coming from that server. Here, now this browser, this I'll catch. Here I keep something called enter data, Sharif, submit. Then you come back, submit. Yes, you can find that information. So it depends, like whatever is shown, that is being cached by server. Rerun the code again. Yes. Open another window. One more Internet Explorer. Both of them are opened here. Just keep them on the other end. Copy this URL. Paste and run. Same output. Now I input my data. Submit. Yes, that is how it goes. Just by adding which line, this process has completely gone in this way. This directing. Output catch. Duration 10 seconds. Now, what I do, here vary by param is none, none. I wantedly will provide txt demo. That is my ID of the text box. ID txt demo. Okay, then fine. Now let's run the code and see the difference. Run. Okay. Copy this URL. Open in another window. That I'll keep here. Yes. We have changed. Variable param is not none now. It is changed to ID of the text box. ID of the text box. Now, I'll input data here. I'll input data here as Sharif. Submit. Okay, I submit here. See, it's not cached. That information is not cached because that ID is changed. We changed the vary by param from none to ID of the text box. So now what is happening is each page information is individually getting cached. Each page information individually getting cached. Okay, now submit your data here. I just call this as Hyderabad. Submit. Okay, and I'll submit without anything. I submit. This is individually getting submitted, and that is individually getting. Means 2 pages are individually getting submitted because of what? Vary by param change to ID of the text box. ID of the text box. Change to what? TXT demo. Okay, and now another point is what you can specify in vary by param. What other options? You can specify query string. You can specify query string parameter. You can specify cookie name. You can already, I've shown you. You can specify the ID of the control. These are all things you can mention there in vary by param. These are all things you can specify. Okay. Now coming to another. Okay. So here, this is what is happening. If I change my parameter from in vary by param, if I provide ID of the control, what will happen? Individual pages will be cached. Means local caching. Like one browser is submitting the data, that information is cached for that, and second browser is submitting the data, that will be individually cached. Now no connectivity between browsers. Shall we try in different browsers? Okay, I'll do one thing. I just keep none only here. I just want to see whether caching is done from browser to browser or different browsers also it will catch or same browser it will catch. So I'll do one thing. I'll just keep Google Chrome open. Internet Explorer is however available now. So we'll just copy that URL here and we'll run the code. So I'll run the code now. Debug. Start without debugging. Now I'll copy this URL before I go with it. Copy. Come back. I'll keep here. Copy the URL. Paste and go. Paste. So now here, enter data. I'll submit the data as Sharif. Click on submit. Submit. Okay, come back here. Submit. Yes, even you can see there. Even if browsers are different, earlier it was same browser we tried, but this time I'm trying in a different browser. But still information is cached. Still information has been cached. Okay. If by using what parameter? Vary by param equal to none. That catching is happening even if browsers are different. Okay, Chrome will submit data now. Chrome, HYD, submit. Here I submit. Yes. Across browsers, information is being cached across browsers. Okay, that is how it works. Okay. So what other parameters we have in it, you can type and see here. I mean, I'll just show you later. Just if I create space, you find location is there, vary by custom is there, vary by header is there, vary by control is there, vary by content encoding is there, SQL dependency. We have a lot of options available. Cache profile. Okay. We'll see step by step. Only one small part I covered today. Next class, I'll discuss the second scenario of this catching, or other technique you can say like of catching, not that depending only on this catch directive. Because if every page of my web application, if I want to catch, then every page I should write this directive. In every page I should write this directive. So alternate to this also we have a technique, we have a mechanism. I'll show you later. Next class, I'll cover up that part. Okay.